Welcome to a double
and
dice
with your host Kim.
and Jocelyn.
Pour your favorite beverage,
Pull up a comfy chair.
because we are ready to roll. Welcome to episode 79 of A Double and Dice, and today I have a super special guest. I have the winner of Breath Weapon X Fest 5, Kim, Super K. Hi, Kim. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I am super excited to have you as a guest on the podcast today, because normally you're just like a co-podcaster, but today you're the guest.
I know.
It's super exciting.
I don't know what's coming here.
Well, so obviously, spoiler alert,
Yes.
30 seconds ago, you won Breath Weapon X Fest 5.
I know, my first ever tournament win.
It is, and it was awesome. Like, you went obviously to play in this tournament, and let's talk a little bit about the tournament first. So, we talked about it before on the podcast, but Breath Weapon X Fest is our friends over at Breath Weapon X, which are Alex and Rob from the UK, and they run this tournament. And their tournaments always have like interesting themes, right? It's not just like we're gonna play modern or we're gonna play golden. They're gonna be, we're gonna play one card with two basic actions, or there's always some kind of twist. So what was the twist in Breath Weapon X Fest 5, Kim? What was the theme? How did it work?
Okay, so you had to build an affiliated team, sure, no problem, but the affiliated team had to have a total of 8 characters or less.
As in
unique characters, obviously.
That have been printed.
Yes.
Right. So if you had, you couldn't do like X-Men, obviously, because there's a bazillion of X-Men. Yes. But you could do the Hand, because there's only one of those. Which is typed by Mary.
Surprisingly enough, there's a lot of affiliations that there was actually a lot. I expected the list to be short, but it was pretty long.
Yeah, so it was with all of Dice Masters, like from the very beginning.
Yep, golden.
So, golden. You could go with any affiliation, as long as that affiliation did not have more than 8 characters affiliated ever. And was there a good variety of teams, Kim, or did everybody gravitate towards the same things?
No, actually, so I played, and I know we'll get to it, but I played Red Lanterns, and to be honest with you, I thought there would have been more Red Lantern teams.
Okay.
But there was only one.
In addition to you, or just
no,
total?
Just me total.
Okay.
So we had a couple of defenders.
All right.
We had a couple shiars.
The
pineapples. Yep. The pineapples. There was a turtles.
Nice.
Force Grey, which is from Warhammer, I believe.
Yep.
There was a Green Lantern. Exiles, actually a couple Exiles.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. Infinity Watch and Orcs.
Interesting. I would have thought Black Order would have
and New Gods. Because
there's only 7 Black Order cards.
Yes.
From Infinity Gauntlet. So that's cool. That's good that there was a variety.
Yeah, there was. I was surprised.
Yeah, so that was good. So there were how many players in total, Kim?
There was 14 players.
Okay, so a little bit lighter on the turnout than what we've seen in past events. But as we've talked about with online stuff, the world has reopened. People have things that they're doing now that the pandemic is not being as restricted in other parts of the world. And people are out doing things and have other commitments. So as a result, there's sometimes fewer people playing these online tournaments. But 14 is still a pretty good turnout.
Yeah.
And how many rounds did you play?
Since there was only 14, we played 4. There was an option to play 5, but I think everybody voted for 4.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yeah.
So you won, as we've said. And what was your record, Kim?
4-0.
Fantastic.
I went undefeated.
Congratulations. And were they best of 1 or best of 3?
Best of 1.
Best of 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Best of 3 will take forever.
Well, yeah, I guess.
But they were best of 1. I think there was 45-minute timer on that.
Okay, cool. So why don't you tell us about your team? You said it was Red Lanterns.
Yes.
So what was the linchpin of your team?
Well, I decided to go a little bit competitive in this tournament, and I don't usually do. So people who know me know I don't go competitive. So I decided to go competitive, and you're gonna think Red Lanterns, and then most of you know that the best card on the Red Lantern team is Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner,
And
what?
That's Guy Gardner, Blinding Rage.
Right.
So he's a he's a 2-cost fist. And why Guy Gardner must attack each turn if able. And when Guy Gardner attacks, he gets +1A for each other character die. So he is pretty much my win condition.
And as a 2-cost, it's not like you need a whole lot of stuff to support him.
Not really. He's a max 4, so you want to max that out and have 4 dice with him. But you know what? Believe it or not, he had some help.
Okay.
I mean, he was a star. But I did have some help.
So who are the supporting cast here, Kim?
Okay, so there's exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had a number in my head and I forgot. There's seven Red Lanterns. I actually played with 6. I dropped one of them, and I'll tell you why when I go through it. So Guy Gardner was the main win condition. Pretty much what you want to do with him is buy him, get him out, attack with him, and it's almost like you just want to rush with him, right?
Right.
And you want a lot of psychics out there, because if they attack, he gets buffed, right? For psychics as well. So you want as much characters out there and just keep attacking with him, and then, he gets buffed, and hopefully, you're either clearing board on the other side, or if you do it fast enough, obviously they don't have a board yet.
Right.
So you're going to get a lot of damage through. One card that actually helped with buffing him was Dexstar. I used Dexstar, I good kitty.
Aw, meow.
Meow. Who's a 3-cost. So he gets +1A the turn he's fielded.
Okay.
So he gets a buff himself. Then when he attacks, which is good because you want to attack with him with Guy, all your Red Lanterns get +1A.
Nice.
Yeah. So my strategy was obviously buy all my guys, and then, if I'm not there yet, then these are my other purchases throughout the game. I think I did buy him, but to be honest with you, Guy is fast. And I think I was rolling some psychics to help me out, so that always helps. And that was pretty much it. I had a global to help kind of take out some psychics on the opposing side. And that came with a character called Spectre. He's a 6-cost. He's when fielded, each player chooses and KOs one of their character dice, which is not too bad actually. And his global was the one that really helped, was pay a bolt, deal 1 damage to target psychic. So again, to help clear the board, roll some bolts and, take out their psychics.
And that's not limited to like once per turn or anything like that.
No. And just deal 1 damage and done. Too bad it wasn't to any character, but people like to put their psychics out there, so it helps.
Well, yeah, because it helps you keep your bag more consistent, right?
Right. Yeah. And then people if they see Guy and they know what Guy does, they want to field. So they're going to try to roll some psychics to help them out. So that global was pretty handy. Everything else was pretty much a filler. There was Bleeze, who's a blank.
Please.
Just a blank 3-cost. If I needed to buy it, sure, it's there, and I'll just attack with it.
Does it have decent stats, or?
Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4.
Okay,
so not bad. If you roll it on high, yeah. 0, 1, 2. 2 costs at the high, which 2 to field, which is kind of high. So
a little bit ouchy.
Yeah. Guy's pretty easy. He's 0, 0, 1, which is not too bad. And Dex is 0, 1, 2 as well. So they're a little costly, but it's okay. Again, they're like secondary, right? If I'm buying all these things, something's gone wrong. But anyways, I also had I think they pronounced it atrosis. I don't know how to pronounce this. Atrocis. There we go. I said citrus. So it's a common card. When what did I say it was?
Atrocious.
Atrocious. There we go. Attacks. KO a target shield character. Okay. Just put it on the team to put it on the team, right?
Right.
And then my last card was Supergirl Angry Alien, which is a 6 cost, and she has Overcrush.
Nice.
So if things really started to go bad, she actually would have been my second win condition.
And she is a Red Lantern?
That is correct.
Interesting.
Yep, she has a Red Lantern. So all these cards are from the War of Light, obviously. But yeah, she has a...
Yeah, I think that's kind of where all the lanterns exist, right?
Yep. So there was one other card on the team or on affiliated with Red Lanterns that I did not put on the team, which was Mira,
yes.
And the reason why is because Mira and the 2 of her cards have a global that would hurt me if my opponent plays it on me. And that global is, if you pay a mask, if a character would deal you 5 or more combat damage, it instead deals you 2 combat damage.
Yeah, that would not be helpful for your team.
No, especially if my guys were pretty beefy and they just had a bunch of that and let them go and then taking 2. That wouldn't help me. So I dropped her from the team. I didn't put her on. Reasons,
Seems logical.
She does have a rare that does not have the global, but her text kind of helps all lantern, like the other lantern. I don't even know, but I was like, it's not gonna do me anything. So I said, you know what, just drop her completely.
All right.
So she was the other one that I honestly didn't put, but everybody else made the team, I guess.
And then what did you run for your basic actions?
So I ran my favorite basic action, which was Resurrection.
Since when is Resurrection your favorite basic action?
I like Resurrection.
I thought your favorite basic action was Orbital Strike or Team Up.
Well, yes, they're like my top favorite, but one of my other favorites is Res. So you pay a shield, and once per turn, you can pretty much prep a die from your bag. So
your favorite global?
Yeah, because nobody buys that basic action.
It does a thing though.
It does a really good thing actually. You get to roll a die from your
use pile.
Roll a die in your use pile and place it in your reserve pool.
Yeah, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I don't think I've ever seen anybody actually buy it or use it.
It's pretty rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you ran Resurrection and...
Yep. And if my guys were pretty high, I put on here Upgrade Proton Cannon.
Nice.
So target character die you control gains Overcrush. KO that character die at the end of the turn if it isn't a fist character die. Da-na-na. At least, guys, a fist character, I wouldn't have to KO it.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was a bit of some help. Again, just in things where if they went terribly wrong.
And if you went 4-0, it sounds like things did not go terribly wrong.
No. Things went really well. My games were quite fast. People could not catch up, really. 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 14 minutes maybe.
Wow.
Nobody hit damage on me. So round 1, I played Jordo, who had a Red Lanterns team. Pretty fast.
Wait. Hang on.
Wait, yep.
Jordo didn't play Turtles?
No.
Matt, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, he was deciding, and I asked him, and he said, he was thinking a Lantern team, so...
Okay, it's Matt saying that is, if you can play Turtles, right? He always asks, is Turtles legal in this format? So anyway, okay, so
he didn't play it. And I give him props because Matt had a playmat, matching Green Lantern playmat, matching dice bag. He was decked out in all Green Lantern stuff, so props for him for theme.
Nice.
Yes. So he had a Green Lantern team. He couldn't catch up. So guy was pretty fast.
The blinding rage beat out the Green Lanterns.
Yeah. So that, and it was all guy. I can't remember. Maybe some decks in there. Maybe a Bleeze just to help attacks and stuff like that. Round 2, I played Mr. McCat, who is Alex.
Yep. Alex from Breath Weapon X.
Which I told him, like, I don't think I've ever played you, so that was nice to play him. and he played Shayar.
Yes, the pineapple people.
Yep, the pineapple people, which there's a few in that, right? I can't remember who.
Well, they're all from Dark Phoenix Saga, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll
So
look
there's
it
like
up while you're talking.
the Ken and Deathbird and Gladiator and Lilandra,
But
which has some good
there's
abilities.
not a lot of them.
No,
Pineapple people.
there isn't though.
There's only a total of 14 cards. So you've got Ken, Deathbird, Gladiator, Lilandra. That's it.
Yeah. So I don't think people play a variety of that for the CRs. So
there are some
not
good cards in
everybody
there.
has the same one. Yeah, there are. So it would be hard to pick actually with that one. So he had me going. It wasn't as quick, but he missed a big roll.
Okay.
And he missed characters, which didn't put up a field. Right. So that helped me. And of course, dice rolling game, right?
Yeah.
But he had me on the ropes. He was keeping me tamed.
Yeah, he had you on your toes.
Yeah. So, but that miss gave me the pretty much the win there. Him missing a bunch of characters.
Okay.
And then round 3, I played also Dan Lowe, who also had Shayar.
Nice. Different variety though?
Yes, he had some different cards. I believe he, and I don't remember my videos or gameplay, but I'm pretty sure Dan was the first one to actually hit me in life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job,
I'm
Dan.
like, hey, yeah, you hit me with life. You're the first one to do it in the tournament so far. So, there you go. Good for him. And then the last round was the winning, because I was 3-0 at that point, and we're going into the final championship round, and it was against Raw Travel.
All right. Hey, Ryan.
Who played Infinity Watch.
Nice.
Yeah. And that was and I'm going to talk about this game because he made me pivot. So
yeah.
Guy got Draxed.
Okay, so let's read Drax for those that are unfamiliar. I'm presuming that this is the rare.
Yes, the pacifist.
The pacifist, yes.
Yes.
3-cost shield. When fielded, choose an opposing card, canceling all previous choices. Your opponent may not purchase or field that character until Drax leaves the field zone. And then Drax also has a global, pay 2 shields. Target character die gets +1 attack and +1 defense.
Yeah, so when I had maybe about 2 or 3 guys purchased, and then Drax was there. So I had to pivot because obviously my team had nothing to take out anything.
Yeah, you didn't really have any removal, right? Your removal was simply rush your opponent with attacks and hope for the best kind of thing. Yes,
and well, with Guy being out of that situation, it becomes a bit tough.
Yeah.
He also had he had some control-y cards. He had Black Widow, the rare one that spins down your character level.
Black Widow, the Widow's Hunt, 2-cost mask, energize, spin target opposing character die down 1 level. If that character die is already level 1, spin it to an energy face of your choice.
So that worried me, because even if he missed his Drax and he had that, and my guy was out there, he could be spinning it down, right, or out.
Yeah.
Did he also had Pip? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had Pip the Troll. Which is a 5-cost, but he bought it.
Yeah,
which is also the rare.
Pip the Troll is Contagious Debauchery, 5-cost shield. When fielded, spin up to 2 opposing character dice to energy faces of your choice.
Yep. So I was very worried going into this game.
It's a very control-y team, and your team does not do well with control-y.
No, because I need my guys and just kind of go to town. So Guy was Draxed. I probably stood sometime during that game. I just probably was looking at my dice and figuring out what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about Citrus Guy.
Atrocious.
Yeah, because he takes out shield characters, which is Drax.
Mm-hmm.
and he's a 6 cost. So now I can't ramp that much
I don't
unless
think it's
I'm going.
atrocious. I'm looking at it now. Atrocitus?
Oh, I don't know.
I
I'm
think
sure
it's
someone will
I
correct
think
it.
it's atrocitus.
Well, I called him Citrus because I couldn't pronounce his name. So we'll
Okay.
go.
Anyway, so continue.
Yeah, so he was a 6 cost. Now getting up to a 6 cost, and all you have is prep and no discounts, is very hard.
This is true.
So that was to kind of, okay, I need to get that because if Drax is out there, I really need to get rid of Drax. Like, I have no other way of doing this. So he was on my mind that to buy, and then I had to pivot to my second win conditions, which would have been Supergirl because she has Overcrush.
Which is also a 6 cost.
Yes. So I'm in trouble. So what I just needed when I got guys, I needed guys to roll energy, obviously, because I can't feel them with Drax. But I need him to roll double energy. I must have been really lucky because I thought to myself and I said, this must be the tournament I need to win, because I told the guy and we had a conversation. I said, Guy. Okay. I pulled Guy. Two dies, I think. 2 guys and maybe 3. Well, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, maybe 3 or 2 sidekicks. And I may have prepped with Rez. Who knows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I told Guy, and we had a conversation. I said, you cannot roll face. You can't roll face. I need you on energy. You've been good to me. Please be good to me right now. Guy rolled both of them that turn faces. First roll.
Nice.
No, Guy. No. I need you to roll double. And I need to roll energy. Second roll. And this probably would have been the turning point in this game. Both guys rolled double energy.
Wow.
With 3 other sidekicks or 2 other sidekicks, I can't remember, rolling energy. Then I said to myself, this is my tournament to win. From then on, Guy rolled energy, hardly rolled a face. I ended up buying Supergirl. I think second I bought Mr. Citrus.
Atrocitus.
Yeah, whatever it is. And Supergirl won me that game. I took out Drax, and because with just attacking with her and kind of whittling him down, he would have to block, right? Mm-hmm. I think I did end up buying Mr. Citrus, but I don't think he actually came out. I can't remember if he came out or if he was still in the bag by the time I won. But yeah, so Guy did not win me that final championship game. Guy did win actually by rolling energy for me, but it was Supergirl who won me that game. And again, I think I may have bought 2. I don't know. I'll have to review. It's been a couple weeks. But it is all recorded and up on our YouTube, so you can check it out. And then you can tell me what I said wrong, and that's not what you did, Cam. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember. But no, yeah. So Supergirl won me that game.
And won you the tournament.
Yeah, won me somehow, and it was a little longer, but I still did it quickly. Mm-hmm. Like, my rolls were fire. Like, I was just like, wow. Like, I couldn't believe it. And then when I won, I was just like, I still couldn't believe it.
Well, congratulations, Kim.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that. I was like, this is my first tournament to win. And I went competitive. Sorry, guys, but.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being competitive every once in a while. It is a tournament. Nope. So yes, I'm just going to fill you in here. So the night before the tournament, I sent Kim a message. Kim, Rob, and I have a Facebook Messenger chat. And I said, have fun at Breath Weapon X Fest, Kim. And Rob said, and good luck. And then the following afternoon, we got a message. OMFG. I won the tourney. Double exclamation points. 4-0. And I said, congrats, Kim. Or should I say, congrats, Guy. Winky face. And Rob said, congrats. And then we both said that we were proud of you. And then you said that Guy didn't win it round 4. Supergirl did, just like you just did. And then the Draxing thing, and that you'd never won before, and you were kind of all crazy about it. Like, it's awesome. So Anyway, so congratulations, Kim. We're super proud of you here at a Double Double on Dice and Dice Station Zebra, and all of the podcasters and all of your opponents, and congratulations, and super happy for you. So I'm glad that you went out and played, and I know you go out and play and have a good time all the time whenever we do these online tournaments, but it is nice to win every once in a while.
Yeah. So. I know even in losing, I still have fun. You know, I like to support everyone who puts on tournaments. So if I can make it and play, I'm there, right? So yeah.
Awesome.
So that is my thing. All the videos are up on our YouTube site, so you can check them out and watch them. And
and if you want to see other videos, I believe Alex was streaming on Twitch. Breath Weapon X Fest Twitch. Breath Weapon X Twitch. And Rob was streaming on YouTube, I believe. So there's also games there, and I don't know if anyone else was recording, but lots of games you can go look for.
Yep, lots of content.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you had a good time. I hope everyone else had a good time. Congratulations to Dan for being the first person to get Kim to lose some life, and congratulations to Ryan for making her pivot to her secondary win condition. And I think congratulations to Guy for doing exactly what Kim needed him to.
Yeah, good conversation, Guy. Yeah, and Ryan did come in second, and Dan came in third. So I played all of them. So it was, Shire and Infinity Watch there. So
yeah, fantastic. Congratulations. And glad that everybody went out and played in that tournament, all 14 of you. So congratulations, and that's awesome. Anything else on the tournament, Kim?
No. Thanks again to Breath Weapon X, and I think their fest usually happens twice a year, so I'm sure there'll be one coming out in the summertime.
Yeah, absolutely. You can check their WordPress website for more information, I'm sure, when the time comes, and we can link that in the show notes, right, Kim? Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have a superstar tournament winner in our midst, like, what else can we do? How do we top that?
Our anniversary is coming up.
Our anniversary is coming up. Our anniversary of the podcast. We are going into our 3rd year. Is that right?
No, we're going into our 4th year.
4th year. Wow, we've been doing this a long time.
I think it's 4.
I think you're right. I don't know. This is episode number 79.
Yes.
And we do 26 episodes a year.
Yes.
So 26 times 3. Yeah, so we're in our 4th year. So our anniversary episode is coming up, so we've got some really exciting plans for that. It will actually release a week before our official anniversary date. So the anniversary date of the podcast, the very first podcast that ever launched, was on February 27th. And our anniversary episode is going to come out on February 20th. So stay tuned for that.
Which is also Family Day in Canada.
That's right. At least in Ontario. Some of the other provinces have different names for it.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah, it's not always Family Day. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to have an exciting episode for our anniversary coming up on the next one. And I think the only other thing we have today, Kim, is to chat about the dice bag.
Yeah.
So should we do that?
Let's dive in.
Okay. So we got a few comments from episode number 78. So let's start with comments from the YouTube. And we heard from Danica, and she said, Happy New Year to us both. And it is now February, so I think I'm done with saying Happy New Year at this point. But we did lots of that in January. Yeah. So
I think the Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year, is over now.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like a month long in some places, but
yeah, no, I think they're like all of January or something, and then in February, I think
it started on like the 19th of January, right? So
yeah, I went to Mandarin, and it was very nice. Oh, by the way, Mandarin is the Chinese all-you-can-eat place here, and it was decked out in all the cool stuff, like decorations.
Yeah, for the Lunar New Year.
Mm-hmm.
We also heard from everyone's fave hero, Donnie, and he says, Happy Lunar New Year. After a bit of research, I am a snake. So Danny is a snake. Let's hear what a snake is.
Donnie.
Danny. Donnie is a snake. So Donnie is a snake, and it says, the year of the snake are usually calm observers with excellent intuition, as serene as snakes and generally demonstrate intelligence, wisdom, and creativity. I feel like it sums me up pretty well. As far as the Dark Phoenix set, I've used a lot of one of the things I like was the Wolverine team, where the character does this if Wolverine is active. It was a bit slow, but it was right for the setting I was in. I've also liked the Common Phoenix and the Rare Magic and the Psylocke that gives Overcrush. And that is in response to our Dark Phoenix team builds, which we're going to talk about in a little bit in a minute. And then he also has learned that most Chinese people see snakes as little dragons, which he thought was interesting. So there you go. So Donnie is a snake, and I am a monkey, and Kim is a dog.
Right. Yes.
And and if you have not shared your Chinese zodiac sign with us and you'd like to, please feel free. Feel free to drop it in a comment or an email or all those fun things. So. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about the teams. So this primarily came from our good friend Jackalope Spam, aka Nick, aka WizKids Judge Dice Masters Extraordinaire. So first off, in the previous episode, episode 77,
what did we talk about in episode?
We had X23.
That's correct.
X23, we did a female character in Dice Masters, and we had said to Nick, how could you make this even better? So he said you could put his X23 team with Jordo's X23 team, and then you can deal damage to the opponent directly with Jocasta and then directly when X23 goes unblocked. He said the problem is you need to prevent Daisy from doing damage to Jocasta, so you need one of those globals, like one of those misdirect damage globals, like who has it now? Lois Lane? No, somebody has it.
Lois Lane is the prevent damage one.
That's the one. Yeah. So which means you also need to stop the opponent from doing that to their characters, so you need Eddie Guerrero to turn off the globals. He says then you'll do like 60 damage in a turn, completely reasonable. So I think that's like 18 characters that we need to make that happen. So that's a slight exaggeration. But he said, we knew you'd find a way to improve all the teams. So, and then in response to my team that I had built with Dark Phoenix, and no one seemed to have any criticisms or suggestions for your team, Kim. So nice. Everyone liked your team.
Overcrushing.
So Nick said, why not lay into the common Dark Phoenix completely? She has the ramp global, and playing in set, you should see opposing X-Men often. As mentioned, radicalization works too, which is, it's absolutely something I could have done had I thought that team through a little bit better. He also said that he's not a big fan of Rare Cable. He thinks that he was overhyped. Rare Cable is the one that says when he attacks, you double the printed A of all the other attacking character dice. He says instead, he'd recommend the Rare Phoenix, who didn't get a lot of attention. They cost the same, but I'd rather have her since she prevents the opponents from blocking as easily. So let's look at Rare Phoenix. Which is funny because I haven't played really with any of the Phoenix dice. Have you?
Just for the global.
But not this is like Phoenix, not Dark Phoenix.
Oh, not Dark Phoenix. Oh no, I haven't played with any of the Phoenix. No.
They're the green ones. So Phoenix Eternal Flame, 6-cost bolt, X-Men affiliation. When Phoenix attacks, opposing character dice with less than 4A can't block. Well, that's interesting. You prevent your opponent from blocking, then you can get damage through. And she has the same stats, I believe, as the Dark... Oh, no, that's slightly different than the Dark Phoenix. So she is 155, 277, 388. Whereas the Dark... Oh, yeah, that's the same stats. I thought it was the same stats. I was confused. So same stats as the Dark Phoenix, except the die is green and the abilities are a little bit different, and it doesn't have the global. So there you go. That is the Rare Phoenix from Dark Phoenix Saga. And yeah, that is a cool one. I think I didn't have that card for a very long time. I just recently got it. Like I might have traded for it at Gen Con or Memphis. So now I have to build another Dark Phoenix Saga team, Kim. Because I need to play with the Phoenix.
Yeah, seems so. See, my team is just straightforward. Overcrush.
Yeah, you had... Well, I mean, your team was well balanced. You had plans and things, and it was organized, and it was built before the event started, and all kinds of things like that.
Yeah, I took 5 minutes. No, I took more than that.
Yeah, I need to take more time to build teams. I'm looking forward to playing some Dice Masters again because I have been in the middle of my crazy travel schedule, as mentioned on a previous podcast, and I have not had time to play, so we haven't been to the local game store, and there hasn't been any Dice Masters happening. So I'm looking forward to getting some Dice Masters happening again.
Yeah.
Not next week, but the week after.
We'll have to build our Superman teams.
Hey,
well, not Superman specifically. I mean Superman Crisis.
Mine's ready, Kim.
Oh, I haven't even thought about mine.
I played mine at the store against Marcus.
Right, when I was away, right?
Yeah, when you were away. Yeah. So I put it together and I was like, I'm going to try this out. I'm going to preemptively build this team. It's going to be built 15 whole minutes before the event starts. I might tweak it, but it actually worked pretty good. So yeah, so I'm basically
and we'll hear
ready.
about it when we get there.
That's right. You'll hear about it in a couple of weeks because our next episode, as aforementioned, is going to be our anniversary episode. All right, Kim. So that's basically it for the dice bag. What else do we have to cover today?
We have some upcoming tournaments.
We do. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So Jay Lasario from the Discord goes by Jay Lasario, like letter J. His actual name is Jay. Jason. So he's putting on his own tournament. It's called a Makers Tournament, and Breath Weapon X was nice enough to put it on their website to help them out. So there is a channel in the Discord called the Makers Tournament, and the link is there, and it will put you to the Breath Weapon X site where it has all the details on it. But I'll go over it. It's a little neat one, and it's probably right up my alley. So the Makers Tournament is you have to create a new card of a character that currently does not exist in any sets in Dice Masters currently. So you have to design your own card with a character.
Interesting.
That doesn't exist, and give it ability. Well, you could probably make your own ability, or I think Jay said if there's another ability out there you want to put to that character, whatever. But you have to make your own card.
Cool.
And the dice has to be something that you can proxy. So has to be stats from something that already exists in Dice Master, so it'll be easy to play because, and I'll get down to it, you'll be pretty much voting on these cards. People will vote on these cards, and the top 3 you would have to use to actually play in the tournament.
Cool.
Yeah. So anything goes with what you do, except he said no Yu-Gi-Oh! So you can create anything really in any IP except Yu-Gi-Oh! I think that's due mid-February, but it'll be on the website. And then you can create if you feel up for it, you can create your card using our dmNorthTV template that we have up on our website. So Jay was nice enough to put that out there, so you can use our one to create your card.
Awesome.
That Jordan put up. Yeah. It's pretty little tool. So, and so it gets voted on, and then the top 3 cards will get announced, and then the tournament will happen on March the 11th, I believe, Saturday, March the 11th. Yes, at 9 a.m. Pacific, so that would be 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It is a Silver Age band list, the orange band list, which I believe DM United uses or created.
Yes, which is linked in the Discord as well.
Yeah, and that's also linked in the article. So yeah, seems pretty cool. I will take my hand at trying to do one with a new ability and see how good I'm writing these things.
Cool. So if you were ever interested in making a Dice Masters card,
yeah,
for this
here's your chance
for this fan run tournament, this is your chance to do it.
Yep. And then so right now, unfortunately, and I told Jay this date does not work for me right now, but we'll see if anything changes come down the line. But he said you can still create a card, so I will give a hand at that one. So all the details are in the Discord on the website. So if you're interested, get your card making going.
Awesome. Get your creative juices flowing.
Yep, there you go. That's what I meant.
I knew what you were going for, but I think both of them work.
And tomorrow, which would actually be
several days ago.
Yes. So on in the past future,
in the days of future past,
present, on February 3rd, dmNorthTV will be dropping an article on our next 2-team takedown. You heard it here, folks.
You heard it here, but you've already read it.
Yes, exactly. See?
Yep.
So yes, visit our website, which Jocelyn will get to at the end, and take a look. If you've never played a 2-team takedown before, it is fun. It goes over 4 weeks. We're having it, and we'll be, good to build teams. There is a unique theme to this. I'm not going to spoil anything, and so it'll be fun. So if you never played, take a look, come play. It's you play once a week, your opponent, and for 4 weeks, and then you build teams. So
so just super high level 2-team takedown is you build 2 teams generally, and you have to win with both of those teams in order to win the round. And you get a week to play a round against your opponent. It is a best of 3.
Yes.
With your teams, and there's a special build challenge with each of these. So this one's going to be something unique, and the best way to learn about that would be to read the article, as Kim has mentioned.
Yep. In the past, present, and future.
The article.
Read it, people.
All of the article. All of the article, please. Please read the article. Lots of work went into developing this article to ensure that any question that you could ask is answered in the article. I'm not kidding.
Read the article.
So please read the article. But yeah, it's a fun time, and if you are interested in giving that a shot, it's a great way to get started playing Dice Masters online. It's fun, it's creative, it's not super competitive. There's no prizing. So you just get the joy of playing 4 rounds of Dice Masters against people that you might not have played against before online. So,
and if you win, it's just bragging.
That's right, just bragging rights.
Yep.
And then in addition to that, Kim, there's the weekly Dice Arena.
Yep, every Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Yep, also have a channel there. So we have, and you know what? I'm going to toot my own horn. Toot toot. I have themes up until end of April.
Nice.
I know. Look at me ahead. We're only in February, and look at me, end of April.
I'm impressed, Kim.
I know.
I went on this
thing, and I'm just gonna fill in all these things that I want to play, and then it ended up being end of April, so I'm ahead of the game.
Awesome. And Weekly Dice Arena, again, very welcoming place to play online, 9 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesdays. And you can find that in one of the usual places that you can reach out to us and find our content. So you can find the Weekly Dice Arena, as well as other streaming games that we play at twitch.tv/dmNorthTV. You can also find our recording of games, including board games, from our board game nights. Well, actually, I guess those are on the different channel now, aren't they, Kim?
What's that?
The board game recordings.
Actually, no. So.
Oh, okay.
Our board games are back onto dmNorthTV.
Okay.
YouTube channel.
So you can find all of our Dice Masters recordings, as well as board games from Board Game Night, on youtube.com/dmNorthTV. You can reach out to myself and Kim and provide your feedback on the podcast in a whole myriad of places, including an old-fashioned email at triple-d-podcast@dm-north.com. You can find us on our website at dm-north.com. You can leave a comment on our episode post. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at dmNorthTV. And I think that's all the places. So, Kim, before we go, we wanted to say hi to Sam and Clara.
Yes. Hi, Sam. Hi, Clara. How are you guys? Miss you.
Sam and Clara, good friends of ours through Comics Mike. And we hope that you are well, and hopefully we will see you at a Dice Social in the near future. So until next time, on a double and dice.